Hello and welcome to Roots of Resilience. In this program, we will be exploring the Seattle Chinatown International District's post-pandemic recovery. I'm Caleb Stipkovitz, a student journalist at Seattle University. So far in the series, we've explored the storied history of the neighborhood. But today, we'll get into a more recent event that has impacted the community, the COVID-19 pandemic. The CID was the first of Seattle's communities to feel the impact of the pandemic. Let's take a look at why. COVID affected everything from people to places. Schools shut down, businesses closed, and some for good. But for the CID and for Asian Americans across the country, the pandemic's effects were different. Tanya Wu is a former city council member and small business owner in the CID.
They called this the Kung Flu, and there was a lot of fear, especially. So people stopped coming to the Chinatown International District. This was a ghost town. No one came into the restaurants, the businesses, and so they were forced to close.
StopAAPIHate.org tracked anti-Asian hate incidents during the pandemic. From 2020 to early 2022, the organization reported 556 hate incidents in Washington state. In Seattle, 239 incidents were reported, about 43% of the state's total. While there aren't individual statistics available for the CID, the neighborhood was clearly affected by this issue. This is Caleb Stipkovitz. You're watching Lee TV. One aspect of the pandemic that really impacted the CID was the closure of local businesses. Luckily, many businesses still remain open for customers. Now, let's check in with some of the neighborhood's small business owners to learn how the pandemic affected them. The pandemic has caused many businesses in the CID to shut down over the past few years. However, many shops are still going strong. Today, we're going to head down to the CID and talk to some of the shop owners who are keeping their businesses alive. Winnie Chen is the owner of the Vital Tea Leaf Tea Shop.
Yeah, I know that after the COVID, many things is very difficult. But we still, because a lot of customers like tea and drink tea, we have to have that kind of tea.
For some small business owners, they say they felt prepared for the pandemic. Harry Chuan is the owner of Tai Tung, which was Bruce Lee's favorite restaurant when he lived in Seattle.
Well, so we have been here so long. We have been go through so many times, up and down, you see. So, we will kind of know how to handle it. At the same time, so fortunately, we have a lot of the regular customers, they give us support.
While the pandemic hit the CID hard, the community helped each other stay afloat. Wu is the co-owner of Cow Cow Restaurant and the Louisa Hotel in Chinatown. She noticed neighbors step up during COVID.
Also during that time, our elders were inside and couldn't come out. They couldn't come out to the food assistant programs are here. And so community members volunteered to package food and to deliver food to our elders and our seniors.
Caleb Stipkovitz, Lee TV. It's good to hear from small business owners as they recover from the impacts of the pandemic. All right, up next, it's time for Spotlight CID. Today, we're checking in with a familiar face, the Wayne Luke Museum. Let's take a look. Did you know that the first Smithsonian-affiliated museum in the PNW is in Seattle's Chinatown? It's called the Wayne Luke, and it's the only pan-Asian art and history museum in the country. Since 1967, the Wayne Luke Museum has helped preserve the rich cultural history of the CID. The landmark is named after Wing Chun Luke, the first person of color elected to the Seattle City Council. The museum regularly rotates out exhibits. This past November, they opened the Lost and Found Searching for Home Gallery, which follows the journey of AAPI artists seeking connection with their homelands. The Wayne Luke also offers some permanent attractions, including their iconic Bruce Lee exhibit. Another cool feature is their massive gift store, which includes history books, cookbooks, merchandise, and more, including some Bruce Lee trinkets. The museum welcomes visitors Wednesday through Sunday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. This is Caleb Stipkovitz. You're watching Roots of Resilience.